Good evening, folks. Here back in the great state of Florida from our Tennessee trip. Had a good time out there. Um, Drove, it was probably 10 or 11 hours to get back here today. Um, but relatively easy. No, didn't hit any traffic jams. Um, I didn't plan on going through Atlanta. I planned on going kind of back roads, but ended up messed up the GPS and went through Atlanta. So I was dreading that, but actually smooth, no problem. So good drive, just long. Here back tonight, got everything unpacked. Gonna enjoy this Intergalactic Black from Black Label Trading Company. Never had this before. I don't even remember where I got it. It's got this nipple, or it's supposed to be a pigtail, but kind of looks like a nipple to me, and a closed foot. So supposed to have a Philadelphia broadleaf wrapper, Ecuadorian Habano filler, and a Nicaraguan binder. Going by memory, but the last two might be reversed, but we'll see what it does. Let's get this thing lit, cut the tip. I always use you probably noticed that I always use this V cutter, this Calibri. So I like this cutter, it's pretty good. And seems like it gives you more surface area when you're smoking it, but I don't know. I kind of like it. I've never used a punch. I've used the V cutter and the guillotine. That's interesting. I hadn't really smoked too many closed foot cigars, few here and there. And remember the first one, I wasn't even sure if you were supposed to cut the tip or not. I think I did. I think I cut, but I learned then that you're supposed to smoke through that wrapped end, and you taste a little bit of the wrapper. It's kind of cool, but it was pretty good that first taste, but pretty good. I wasn't sure what to expect, but pretty good stick here. So I'm drinking it. Yesterday we went to the George Dickel distillery. If you ever been there, pretty cool tour. It was nice. We went on a Sunday, so there was only my wife and I and another couple on the tour, and they're actually shut down. They're not producing any right now. Jack Daniels is wide open, but the Dickel one they're shut down. I guess there's a bunch. I think I've heard like Jim Beam and a couple other companies have shut down production because they got too many barrels. So, but they're still doing the tours, and the folks there were super nice. And if you've ever been there, it's a really cool location. But if you're ever in the area over there, I highly suggest you hit it, even though they're not producing. They had a pretty good tour. The guy was very knowledgeable. I guess that building where they do the production there, the guy that gave the tour is an older fella. He said that his dad was the town. I think it's Tullahome, little town there. His dad ran the newspaper, and he climbed with him on some tower to take a picture of the building when he was a kid, 6 years old. So he's been around that area quite a long time. But he's probably in his, I'm going to guess and say in his late 60s, early 70s. But pretty cool guy. I bought in the bottle shop. They had some stuff you could buy, and most of the stuff you can get anywhere. And I'll be honest with you, I'd never even had a Dickel product, George Dickel product. I ended up buying this bottle here. It's double distilled, they call it, but it's kind of like a double oaked, I guess. Kind of like Woodford Reserve. It's pretty good. You can't buy. He said you can't. You can only get it in Tennessee. So I figured since I was there, I'll get it while I can. The rest of the bottles I've seen, you can get them wherever. But we did a tasting, my wife and I. And it was interesting. Something he taught us on the tour was, in Tennessee they do the charcoal filtering that makes it the Tennessee whiskey rather than bourbon. Um, but like at Jack Daniels, they talked about it. Well, at Dickel, apparently they use a piece of cheesecloth over the charcoal and one piece under it, and it takes a lot of the oils out of the bourbon or the, the liquid, and from the corn. And he says that when you drink something and it gives you a burn, it's not really the alcohol; it's the oils from the corn. I don't know, but I'll take your word for it. But anyway, he said that. So during the tasting, they had one of the things they give you is their white dog, the white clear whiskey. And he was right. Usually, when you drink that, you get a little bit of a burn, but you didn't really on that one. But and he also said a lot of times you'll see legs. That's the oil apparently from the bourbon. Well, Dickel usually don't get that on the glass because a lot of the oil is sucked out of it through those cheesecloth pieces. But I don't know, whatever they do, it's pretty good. And it's funny because all these whiskey tube people, you never hardly ever see anybody drinking or tasting it. I don't know, what people think about it. Um, I enjoyed it. Enjoyed the tour. Good folks over there. Anyway, we had a good time. I think I think I told you we hit Jack Daniels. We hit one called Pritchard's Distillery. They're like a craft distillery. Excuse me. And a Southern Pride is another one, small distillery that's in the area near Fayetteville, Tennessee. Real cool people at both them places. Highly suggest if you're in the area, take a little time. And they're on that. They've got their own Tennessee whiskey trail, and they give out these little poker chips at each place. And they have a passport book they stamp. I've never been to Kentucky, so I don't know if they do the same thing there, but it's pretty cool. They're the chips have got a piece of metal in them, so you could stick them to a magnet and hang them on your fridge or something. It's pretty neat. But anyway, had a good time. Don't really have any words of wisdom for tonight, but other than we all get busy with things in life and kids and work and all the things that keep us from doing things we enjoy. Um, take the time to take a little time off, and whether you stay at home or even it's probably better to just try to get away because it gives you a little bit of distance from everything that pulls your attention. And like it's good for you if you're married or got somebody. It's probably good for your marriage to take a little time to get away from everything and just you and her. Hopefully you get along. You get along with them, but it's nice to be able to talk. To just relax. We had that. I showed you the big porch on there with the view of the lake there, and every evening we sat out there and ate our dinner. Weather was perfect, and spent some time just talking about things and just really enjoyed it. So I encourage you if you have the means and the time um, to get away and do something a little different like that, to go ahead and do it. And even if you don't, have the money for something like that, not everybody, not that it was expensive, but not everybody's got a different situation. You can even do that at home. Get in the car and take a ride. I don't know, wherever you're at, to the river, the beach, and just spend a day doing something different than the everyday routine of yard work, housework, work. Just it's nice, and I think it'll do you some good. You'll feel refreshed when you're done if you do it right. And give yourself the time to shut your brain off and just enjoy it. But that's all I got for this evening. I just wanted to make this quick video. I think it's supposed to rain here tomorrow and get a little cool, of course. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's all I got for tonight, guys. I appreciate y'all watching, and you guys have a good evening.